Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt K here. I want to welcome you back to Comic Talk Week 8. In this segment, I'm going to be talking about Deathstroke 6. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this DC character, Deathstroke, or otherwise known as Slade Wilson, is the world's greatest mercenary/assassin. He's fought heroes, villains, and gods alike, and has unarmed and armed combat experience that can match and even surpass Batman. And, in addition to that, this guy also has enhanced strength, speed, agility, endurance, you name it, just the general super soldier package. So let's just jump into the issue right now. One of the unique things about this comic is it's broken up to short little stories that are defined by chapter titles. And the first one we have here is called Whelans Unite, taking place in sub-Saharan Africa. We get this great opening panel where we see a plane that's crashing, and we see Deathstroke and Wintergreen, his version of Alfred, his own kind of messed up butler, bantering. And then we get to this really cool next scene where Deathstroke jumps out the plane and he's now fighting all these rebels in giant mechanical boots. This scene really reminded me of something out of, I would say, the Expendables with Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham, where it's just ridiculous amounts of violence and action. And it's a little ridiculous, but with a book that's called Deathstroke about a mercenary who has superpowers, I mean, it's kind of fitting. He breaks through the rebels, and we see a character who we haven't seen since the beginning of this run, the Red Lion. In other words, a Black Panther knockoff. Slade manages to save the Red Lion from the rebels by activating his jet boots and missing the plane, where we get this really cool scene where Wintergreen manages to maneuver the plane and catch both of them until they crash land right in the middle of the desert. From here, Slade addresses Richard, his daughter Rose Wilson's boyfriend, who tried to actually kill her after Slade put a hit on his own daughter. The story then jumps to a new chapter called Yes She Does, taking place in Los Angeles, where we see Rose Wilson, otherwise known as the Ravager, Slade's daughter, talking to a new character and an unidentified character until the next panel, where we find out it's Joseph Wilson, Slade's son, or otherwise known as Jericho of the Teen Titans, who has the ability to possess people. This whole chapter basically deals with Rose and Jericho talking about past remembrances with their father. And from here, the story jumps back to Slade in The Storm. We see Slade and Wintergreen talking, and we get some more backstory on why Richard is trying to kill Rose Wilson and why he has such a grudge against Slade. We find out that when he was a kid, he walked in on Slade, I should say, and his mom sleeping together. Now, I don't know if that's the greatest reason to go after and kill somebody, get revenge on them, but I mean, it's decent. It's kind of an awkward situation to walk onto, I can understand. The chapter after that is called The Other Half, and it deals with Rose and Ettany, who I could be getting that name horribly wrong, Joseph's fiance, talking, getting to know each other. Obviously they have some differences, but it's a fairly simple part of the book. Nothing too exciting happens until we get to the big climax and finish of the story, Original Sin, which deals with Joseph meeting up with David Isherwood, the supplier of Slade's armor and weaponry. Joseph and David talk, and from our understanding, it seems like they had a past romantic or sexual relationship, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. This book was fantastic, and I really want you guys to go pick it up if you want to find out the ending, especially if you've been following along with this run. I feel like this run has been phenomenal, action-packed, and deals with a lot of Slade's background characters that we haven't usually seen in recent day comics. Just in case you're interested, the next Deathstroke comic, Deathstroke 7, is going to be on sale on November 23rd, and by the looks of it, he's going to be dealing with Superman. That pretty much wraps up this comic talk. Like always, hit that like button, shoot any comments or questions down below, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.